Thank you for joining me for today's practice. My name is Paula. So today we're going to be moving through the whole body. So any time is great for this practice, but awesome for the morning just to get everything moving, and yeah, we'll flow through a lot of the sequence. Okay, so if you have got a block, that will be handy. We're going to use it at the beginning and you might want to use it as we keep going. If you don't, that's fine. You could just sit on a cushion or something like that. We're going to start in a Japanese seated position. So taking your block sideways or your cushion, just placing it at the back so your sitting bones can comfortably rest down on there, and the shin bones are down, tops of the feet are down as well. If this is not comfortable for you for any reason, then just sit in a cross-legged position. That's completely fine. So when you're ready, just settling into your seat, resting the hands down onto the thighs and then closing down your eyes. Just taking a few moments here to connect with your breathing. Just picturing the length of your spine. Starting to grow up and out through the waist. Energy lifting from the crown of the head as the tips of the shoulders drop away from the ears. And let's take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. 2 more times like that. Deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Once again, deep breath in, filling the chest and the lungs. Exhaling out. Just coming back to breathing in and out through the nose. Staying with that slightly extended breathing, slowing down the inhale and slowing down the exhale. And when you're ready, let's open up the eyes. Releasing the arms down by your side and then take the arms up to shoulder height. Let's bring the right arm underneath the left. So you're trying to cross the arms, and we're going for our eagle arms here if you can, but if that's not available, then just hold on to the shoulders. That's completely fine. So wrapping the arms if you can, trying to hold on to the palms, or the palms are facing each other, shoulders dropping down. Taking an inhale to lift the elbows up, lift the eyes. We're taking a cat-cow action here. As you exhale, drop the elbows in, drop the chin in towards the chest. And then inhale, extending up through the spine, lifting those elbows up. And then as you exhale, dropping the elbows in. And then again, inhale, lifting the elbows up. And then exhale, dropping in. And this time, let's just hold here for a couple of breaths. Just feeling that space in between the scapula, trying to broaden and release in that area. And then let's take an inhale, extend through the spine, lifting the elbows up. And rather than going into your upper back extension, let's just hold the spine nice and long. Lift those elbows, drop the shoulders down. Taking one more inhale. And then exhale, releasing the arms. Take the arms back behind you. So you can either hold onto your hands, your wrists, your elbows. If it's available for you, take your reverse prayer here. So pressing the palms, the hands together. Think about those lower ribs drawing back in towards the spine and the back ribs climbing up. You can set the gaze towards the tip of the nose or just somewhere slightly in front of you. And find your breath. And then let's release those arms. Take the arms back out in front of you, and then taking the left arm underneath, right arm on top now, wrapping those arms around. Remember, option to take hold of the shoulders or otherwise coming into your eagle arms, dropping those shoulders down. Taking an inhale to lift the elbows up, lift the eyes, lift the sternum. As you exhale, dropping the elbows in towards the chest, curving the body, chin dropping in. And then inhale, extend through the spine, lifting the eyes. Exhale, dropping those elbows in. And once again, inhale, extend. And then exhale, dropping the elbows in. Taking this C curve through the spine here, so we're letting that upper back around. And then inhale, coming back upright. Keep the spine nice and long, and then try to lift the elbows up. Shoulders keep dropping down. Open breathing. And then let's release those arms. Take the arms back behind you, either holding your hands, wrists, forearms or elbows. If you can, reverse prayer. Maybe climbing those hands up a little bit high this time. Try to seal the thumb side of the hands in together. Steady gaze with the eyes. Long, smooth breaths. And then let's release those arms. Coming off your block and then popping it off to the side and making your way into your child's pose. Big toes together, knees nice and wide. Sit the hips back, walk those hands forward, long through both sides of the waist. Popping your forehead down towards the mat if that's available. Thinking about those armpits wrapping in to face one another. One full breath here. Exhaling completely. Walk your hands a little bit further back towards your knees, and then we're going to just lift the hips up slightly as we take the right arm up towards the ceiling. Taking an inhale, look up towards that right hand. As you exhale, thread this right arm under the left, taking the right shoulder over towards that left knee as much as you can, and walk this left hand away. So we're coming into our twisted child's pose variation here. Pressing down through the outside edge of that right arm as you turn the shoulders towards the left. One full breath. Bring that left hand back closer in towards you so you can come up onto both hands. And then we're going to lift the hips up slightly, take that left arm up towards the ceiling, use the eyes to follow the left hand. And then as you exhale, threading this left arm under the right, taking the left shoulder as far over towards that right knee as you can, resting the head down if it's available, walking this right hand away. Turning the shoulders to the right. One full breath. And then bring that right hand in, coming up onto both hands. Make your way into your tabletop position. Knees underneath the hips. Tuck the toes under, coming into down facing dog. Taking a moment in your down facing dog, sealing down through all 10 knuckles of the fingers. Take an inhale to rise up onto the balls of the feet. Draw those kneecaps up and then exhale, lowering the heels down just to where you can. And then inhale, rising up. Exhale, drawing the heels down. And again, inhale to rise. Exhale to lower. Just holding it down, dog, just for one more full breath. Steady gaze with the eyes. Rising up into the balls of the feet slightly so you can take that right leg up into your three-legged dog. Keep the leg parallel. Take an inhale. Exhale. Curl that right knee in towards the chest. A little hover and hold. And then inhale. Press that right leg back. Exhale. Coming forward in between the chest. Little hover and hold. One more time. Inhaling. Exhale, knee into the chest, and then this time we're going to take this right knee over to the right wrist, setting up for your half pigeon. So walking this left foot back, coming down to that left knee, And you might really need to stay quite upright, so don't feel like you have to force your right hip down here. So we're just going to hold it here just for a couple of breaths, keeping that right foot flexed if possible. If it's available, release the top of the left foot down. Thinking about the hip bones lifting up. If you need to be further forward here, then just feel free. Find the breath. Tuck the back toes under and then coming back into your three-legged dog, if you can, inhaling. Exhale, stepping it forward once again, coming down onto this left knee. Release the top of the left foot down and then bring the arms up into your low lunge. Ground down through that right heel. Taking an inhale here, reach up through the fingertips. As you exhale, bringing that right forearm down and coming over into a side bend. For some of us, we might be able to bring that right hand all the way down or even hold onto your block here. Extend that left arm up and over, maybe the eyes looking up towards the ceiling. Breathing into that left side body. And then let's release the hands to frame the front foot, tuck the back toes under, stepping back into down facing dog. Unfurl the spine into your plank position. Inhaling. And then exhale, come down to the knees, chest and chin. So shifting the hips slightly back so you can dive the chest and the chin down. Squeezing the elbows in. Release the top of the feet down, release the belly down. Coming up into your Cobra, squeeze those elbows in. Pressing down through the tops of the feet. You might be able to release those arms back behind you, palms facing down, reaching the fingertips back. Bring the hands back at chest level and then pressing yourself up a little bit more, tuck the toes under, pressing back, down facing dog. Taking one full breath here in your down facing dog. Rising up onto the balls of feet, so you can take that left leg up into your three-legged dog. Keep the leg parallel. Inhale. Exhale, left knee in towards the center of the chest. Little hover and hold. And then inhale, take it back. Exhale, knee into the chest. Inhale, press it back. Exhale, last one, little hover and hold, and then transitioning into our half pigeon. So left knee to that left wrist. Walking this right foot a little bit further back if you can. You might adjust your hands to be a little bit wider out. If you can, release the top of the back foot down. Thinking about lifting up through the two front hip bones. If you need to be further forward here with the torso, then make yourself feel as comfortable as you need to here. One more breath. And then planting your hands back down so they're shoulder distance apart. Tuck the back toes under. Lifting up so you could take that left leg straight into your three-legged dog. Inhale. Exhale, stepping it forward in between the hands or in that direction. Right knee comes down. Release the back of the toes down. Coming up into your low lunge. Inhaling, grounding down through that left heel. As you exhale, let's bring that left forearm down, coming over into your side bend. If it's available, maybe bringing that left hand down, right arm coming up and over. Eyes can look up towards the ceiling. Breathing into that right side body. And then releasing, framing the front foot with the hands, tucking the back toes under, step back into down facing dog. Taking an inhale to unfurl the spine into your plank position. Exhale, knees, chest, chin down. Release the toes, release the belly. Coming up into your baby Cobra here, pressing down through the tops of the feet. Option to take those arms back as we did earlier or interlace the fingers behind the back. If it's available, you might be able to press the heels of the hands together, lifting those arms off. Keep pressing down through the tops of the feet. And keep breathing. Keep the upper body off. Bring those hands down by the chest and then lift the chest up a little bit higher. Tuck the toes under, pressing back, down facing dog. Taking a couple of breaths here. Slowing things down. Looking forward slightly and just come down onto the right knee and then the left knee, but we're going to stay up on the knees. Knees hip distance apart, feet hip distance apart. Tuck the toes under. Bring the palms, the hands together in front of the chest. Just take a moment here, just settling into your breath. We're going to take our Ardha Ustrasana or half camel and then option to take your full camel if that's available. Thinking about lifting up through the two frontal hip bones. Take that right hand down, holding onto that right heel. This might be enough for you if you would like to take that left arm back. Let the head release back. And then coming back up. Palms and hands come together. One full breath here. And exhale to stay. Lifting up through the two frontal hip bones, hips coming forward. Take that left hand back. Option here to take that right arm back, letting the head release. And bringing the right hand back to prayer, left hand back to prayer. Take one full breath, just holding here. Option to just take the hands to the back of the pelvis, fingers pointing up or down, and using the thumbs to press the tailbone down, hips coming forward. If you would like to, right hand and then the left hand, shift the hips forward, lift the sternum, maybe for some of us, letting the head drop back. Bring the hands back to the waist and coming all the way back up. Coming down into your Japanese seated position, sitting down on the heels, cupping the left hand into the right, tips of the thumbs lightly touching, closing down the eyes. Just noticing the effects of the practice. Increased energy flow throughout the body. Just gently following the breath in and out through the nose. And opening up the eyes. Just sitting over to one side and let's extend the legs out long in front. Finding your Dandasana for a moment before we take our forward fold or Paschimottanasana. Pressing the heels of the hands down, tips of the shoulders away from the ears. Taking an inhale, reach the arms up. As you exhale, starting to extend forward over the legs. And if you need to stay a little bit further upright, please feel free. Or if you need to bend your legs a little bit, just take your time here. And you can hold onto your shins, ankles, or outsides of the feet. Sternum reaching forward. With each exhale, just noticing if there's any room just to soften. And we've done a lot of work opening up the whole body, and you might notice how the forward fold just starts to really quiet everything down again. One more full breath. And then inhale, coming back upright. Coming into a cross-legged position with the right leg in front, or you might choose to take your double pigeon here if that's available for you. So you want to keep both feet flexed and you're stacking the right shin on top of the left. Just take a moment to lengthen up through both sides of the waist. And then reaching that left arm up, take an inhale. As you exhale, twisting to the right, so the back of the left hand onto the outside of that right thigh, rotating the upper body to the right. Feel free to stay here. If you would like to take the variation where you come into your prayer position, hooking that left elbow to the outside of that right thigh, palms of hands pressing together, shoulders away from the ears, looking over that right shoulder. Trying to keep the breath as open as it can, even though there is that restriction with the twist. And then releasing when you're ready, coming back to center, inhaling, and then exhale, starting to walk your hands forward to where feels good, and you can hold for a few more breaths, letting the shoulders relax down. Thinking about grounding down through the sitting bones. And then walking the hands back upright. Extending those legs out long, giving the legs a little bit of a wriggle out, and we'll swap it around. So taking that left leg in front, flexing the feet, and if you can, if it's right for you today, taking double pigeon, left shin stacked on top of the right shin, and just taking a moment to lengthen up through both sides of the waist. Taking an inhale to reach that right arm up towards the ceiling, and then exhale, twisting to the left, back of the right hand onto that left thigh. An option here to go into your prayer variation, so hooking that right elbow onto the outside of the left thigh, sealing the palms of the hands together. One more full breath. And then releasing, coming back to center, taking an inhale, and then as you exhale, starting to walk your hands forward. Just noticing if there's any unnecessary effort that you can let go of here. So listening in for any pockets of space that might start to open up, particularly on the exhale. And then let's walk the hands back upright. Releasing the legs. Making your way down onto your back. Just keeping the legs out long. And coming into our Shavasana. Make any little adjustments to make yourself feel comfortable. Make sure you feel warm. Arms a little bit away from the body. Palms facing up. When you're ready, closing down the eyes. Just with each exhale, allowing the body to get a little bit heavier and a little bit softer. Surrendering the weight of the body. Just allowing yourself to rest here for the next few minutes. If you can, keeping your attention very lightly focused on the breathing. Please allow yourself to stay here for as long as you would like to. Thank you for taking the time to practice today. Namaste.